What's up, everybody? Welcome to the full breakdown of the new eFootball patch coming out tonight, early morning, tomorrow, whatever it is in your part of the world. You're going to get the full breakdown, my final grade, as well as commentary from the leading, or one of the people that I really respect in the eFootball creator universe. So, perfect place to be for all the news that's coming to you via eFootball. But I wanted to start with the clip that eFootball Universe said at the beginning before the presentation started. This is something that ends up being gone over in the presentation. These are leaks that he saw, which he was spot on. All these slides, it's like they leaked the slideshow that they did for the presentation. But in that top left, it talks about expanded AI abilities. Now, we find out later in the presentation, these abilities only occur in AI versus AI matches. Literally where your AI can control the game and you can like press a button and take over to press shoot if you want, or to defend in a certain scenario. But just expanding AI and spending time on this instead of spending time on sharpening the game, sharpening PvP, giving more manual control and less AI control in PvP. They add stuff like this. So of course it's going to make people upset, and this triggered a great response from eFootball Universe that really hits the nail on the head as to what I constantly have been saying, and it holds true to my stance. And sometimes when someone says something from a different perspective or in a different way, it just resonates more. So I want you guys to pay attention, and from there we will get right into the presentation. But I felt this was important to hear, so listen up.
See, this really bothers me, lads, right? It says leave the most difficult commands to the AI, and in the most important moments take control and pull off the perfect play. Now that to me is a big issue, lads, for where I want this game to go. And that's me being real with you guys. The wording of that really worries me, man, for the future. Like, there's a brilliant game in here. Like, there's a fun, fluid game in here. Like, I've played lots of games on stream where I've literally, like, the minute I end the stream, I'm looking forward to going back on. Win, lose, or draw. I've also played some games where I've questioned whether I actually want to play games anymore in stream anymore. There's been a mix of both. But I do still think that, you know, pound for pound, man, when I see the issues the AFC has, when I see UFL, when I see goals, when I see eFootball, I still think eFootball has a brilliant game to be polished here. But I just don't get this obsession, man, with taking the difficulty and the skill level of controls and taking them out of your hands. I just don't get it. I don't understand why people want to play a game. Like, imagine you playing Elden Ring, right? You know, going into Elden Ring, you're playing a difficult game. Imagine Elden Ring. You level up your character. You get to a hard boss, and a thing comes up on the screen. Would you like us to beat the boss for you? And you can turn on AI assist or smart assist in Elden Ring. Beats the boss for you while you're sitting there like this, just chilling. Like, the whole point of playing Elden Ring in games like that is to challenge yourself. And if you don't want that, there's loads of, you know, games that are easier to play where you can adjust the difficulty. Same with eFootball, man. I definitely think people should try and learn the mechanics of the game and be rewarded for it. And if not being rewarded, at least don't punish people for not using it. Anyway. Let's go, baby. Come on now.
皆さんこんにちは。
Okay, they have it here.
いつもeFootballをプレイいただきありがとうございます。
今
今回お届けする情報番組では12月のキャンペーン情報を中心に明日に迫るバージョン 5.2 のアップデート情報をお届けします。
また毎年恒例のフェスティブシーズンキャンペーンも開催します。
フェスティブキャンペーン、
こちらの詳細も番組内で公開しますので、ぜひ最後までお楽しみください。
Let's jump right into an overview of the version 5.2
right in.
We've divided this information into 4 categories. First, let's look at campaigns.
Campaigns, gameplay, new features.
Allow us to introduce all the campaigns planned for December.
Okay, looks legit, man. Like,
please watch this video.
Alright, let's see. FIFA. This is kicking off in December, as far as I know. The FIFA E.
Beginning with in-game qualifiers in July. This season has now eclipsed 16 million participants from at least 90 countries. After winning their way through hotly contested preliminary matches, 12 nations, each in the console and mobile categories, will now compete for the world crown. This action will be streamed on the official FIFA E channel. as well as mirror sites hosted by streamers in various countries.
We're gonna host. We're
Please
gonna do
tune
this.
in.
We're gonna stream this as well. So
To
we can watch
coincide with the FIFA E final, we will host a special in-game campaign. During the campaign period, a new type of campaign hub.
I can't wait for this, man. I hope they do a good job. Typically, their presentations on these are terrible, but I want the game to be showcased, and hopefully we see it in a positive way to influence good football, right? These kind of things can be huge, a huge sway for the player base. You see it all the time in FC.
That acts as a shop will appear for a limited time.
Okay.
After playing matches to earn points, you can exchange them for whichever rewards you like. One of those options will be manager Gennaro Gattuso, who comes with a link-up play. In combination with this FIFA E campaign, 2 new types of special player lists will also be released. The first of these will give you a guaranteed chance of signing a Showtime player.
That's an 100.
Please note that it can only be used once. The second special player list
And that's a turkey
gives you
box.
1 free draw every day during the designated period.
1 free spin every day.
Every
Same
day.
as Raul.
You have a chance of signing a Showtime
You
player.
might get it. You might get it.
Log in daily and make use of this great
It's only 2
opportunity.
days though. You get 2 chances.
Next up, we are
Every
introducing
day,
a new
but it's
manager,
2 days.
Ronald Koeman,
Oh man.
with the aggressive centering A link-up play added to his arsenal. A special player list featuring the likes of David Beckham and
Beckham and
Kohler
Kohler.
will also be introduced, letting you make the best possible
Oh my
use
goodness.
of this link-up play. Build a strong connection between
Kohler
these
and
2
Beckham would be
players
good, honestly.
and start scoring goals.
Guys, not only edge crossing to bullet heading from Beckham to Kohler are we going to get ready for. We have Carval coming if you're in the top 100,000. So double edge crossing from the right potentially. Then you also have to look at the fact that there is a link-up play with them too. If you have Ibra like me, you're thinking, how do I fit Kohler into a little 4-4-2, right? Kohler on that far side, crossing to him, Ibra up there, big strong strikers to knock the ball up to. Come on, man. But then remember, they also got rid of, hopefully, they nerfed the through balls, it looks like, potentially.
Here is some information about an event launching on the 4th
Yeah, I hadn't
of
really seen
December.
this.
Get ready to play Squad Challenge.
Squad Challenge.
A
Oh,
new
it's
type
AI
of
though.
versus
Versus AI.
AI event. Once a player wins a match, they cannot be used again during that same event. Select all kinds of players
But it's
and
only
try
AI,
to keep
it's
on
not
winning
online.
matches.
Only AI, but they added AI gauntlets. They copied FC, but only AI. Unreal.
Until the end.
Which is weird.
Next, let's take a look at a campaign starting on the 11th of December. First, please watch this video.
We're watching, buddy. We're watching. Africa Cup of Nations, we're up to 25. Okay, that's
Well,
nice.
it's bubbling up very nicely here. A true showbiz occasion reserved for the football glitterati. And you wonder what its protagonists have up their sleeves. It feels like the only game.
Looks good.
It's all about the here and the now. That's Brahim Diaz. Oh, good take in a good area. Brahim Diaz!
There's Batman.
Deftly out wide. Kings it across. Costa Rosas. Oh, lovely.
They're very nice.
It's smoothly does it. Now this is Mahrez. That is lovely from him. Yes!
The jerseys look good,
Now
lads.
this is Mane.
Lovely
Sweet
jersey.
feet. Oh, that's delightful. Glorious! Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Kessiel. Oh, he's bustling through here. He's had a fight. Oh, look who scored it. It had to be him. It just had to be.
Well, they're already doing cards with us, so I mean, that's as good as we're going to probably get.
This is cool. I love this. And there's going to be some brilliant cards from this. This is good stuff right here.
It's an official sponsor now. That's a big deal for them.
We have forged a new partnership with the CAF Africa Cup of Nations, the grand tournament determining the champions of Africa.
Get ready for an insane Salah.
Alongside that
Insane
competition,
Osimhen.
we'll host a campaign.
Probably Mane's still at the
Here are
end,
some
but he'll
details
get
about
probably
this
something insane.
tournament-style event. On the 11th of December, the Africa
that's
Cup
the
of
11th.
Nations tournament event will kick off. you can experience what it's really like to play in the actual Africa Cup of Nations. Choose one of the 24 participating
24
nations
teams, all
and lead
licenses.
them to the African crown.
I'm Egyptian, baby. Let's go, Egypt.
You can sign the legendary former Senegalese international El Hadji Diouf.
He looks good.
Diouf.
Free card, free legend.
Next,
Free Diouf
here are some
legendary
details
card.
about a new
Free,
special
free.
player list.
3 new there in the volume.
Log in during the assigned period and get
Brahim
2 chance
Diaz.
deals for a special player list that includes 6 Showtime players,
Yeah, but you only get 3 chances.
such as the Moroccan
At that, like.
international
Nori
Brahim
Koulibaly,
Diaz and Egyptian
Kessier.
international Omar Mahmoud. You
Koulibaly
can
as
also
well.
get a highlight selection contract featuring African superstars Mohamed Salah and
And then
Sadio
some
Mane.
lower level cards, but there's Salah, but the
Now,
lower version.
We'd like to
It's
introduce a
defensive
campaign
campaign. This is
beginning
what
on
people
the
Here's the free con.
honoring
Free
our
Oliver
yearly
Kahn.
tradition. It's finally time to present the festive season campaign.
Show me what Spirit Roar is now.
Complete special events during this campaign and get an epic selection
This is free.
contract. Then use that contract to select a player such as Oliver Kahn,
Oh, such as
who
Oliver
comes with a
Kahn.
brand new skill known
There's
as
going to be more
GK
players to
Spirit
choose from
Roar.
other than Khan.
This skill increases the physicality of the defenders on your team. It is activated when using a keeper with this skill, while your team is leading after
It's
half-time.
contextual, lads. I don't like these
Add
skills.
Oliver
It's
Kahn
like
to your
foreplay.
lineup and build an
I don't like
ironclad
these
defense.
skills, lads. It improves your
Now,
defender's
we're
aggressiveness.
also
Is that what it
introducing
says?
the new PvP event, Tour Rally.
Oh, this is
In
a new
Tour
PvP,
Rally,
Tour Rally.
collect points by completing the various bonus targets set during matches, then obtain great reward. There are also many other events and special player lists on their way.
I
So we
can't
hope
believe they
you're
haven't
looking
mentioned
forward
anything
to
about daily games.
Continuing on, here is some exciting news. To commemorate the 30th
there is
year
the
of
screen,
the
lads.
eFootball
Kind of a goofy Showtime skill for that free con. We'll see what other players there are. That's just an example. Apparently there's going to be more, but these are weak, guys. These are weak. Very weak. I'm not saying none of them will be good. Steve McManaman is an absolute legend, and FC added him a few years ago, and they botched him like they do many legends. He's a hero in that game, but we'll see how they do here. But other than maybe McManaman, pretty weak in my opinion. You let me know what you think about these 4 new legendary players.
Series. New legends will be released one after another in special 30th anniversary cards. Starting in December, they'll appear in quick succession. Please be on the lookout for them.
There's a lot more cards to
A
come,
special
lads.
player list
A
is
lot,
also
a
planned
lot,
for the
a lot.
Brazilian League as it approaches this season's final stage. That is something worth waiting for.
Superpower Spirit Roar,
In
yeah.
January, the second treasure link will arrive.
Another treasure link's
This
coming.
time, a special treasure link will be distributed at random.
I literally left the game during the last one. It seemed decent though. A lot of people liked it, so this should be good.
Please stay tuned for the
I don't think
latest
you'll be able to
information.
share the ones with the big coins, lads.
Now, we'd like to discuss
This is
the
what I was
Connect
asking you about
campaign,
earlier about the
celebrating our
contract
30th
idea.
anniversary. With a feeling of great gratitude towards everyone
I
who
reckon
plays
Messi's going to come in
eFootball
that treasure
regularly.
link. That's why they
We'll
have.
This is Konami's attempt to connect with the player base. So they're giving us the option to come up with a nominating contract.
hold the Connect
It'll only
campaign
be
to
a
reflect your
limited
feedback
premium one.
within
It'll
the
be a
game.
premium one that you have to buy.
First,
You know what I mean? You
following
won't be
this
able to share it.
program, we are asking users to submit ideas on the official eFootball
won't just be
Instagram
Players
page.
expected to shine this year. Players born in 95. Some of these are very cool. So you get a free player from like this category, not free, but from a nominating contract, you can earn them. Not bad. I like this idea. It makes it more interesting. These players typically aren't good for at least pay to play. Maybe free to play should love this.
which has a planned release date of
Red
the
ribbon
5th
you
of
have,
February.
Cameron.
The second part of this campaign will kick off on the 18th of December. Please check the official Instagram page for details.
Who's looking for players with dreadlocks now? Come on.
Moving on, it's time for some new gameplay
Okay,
information.
gameplay. Let's see.
In tomorrow's update, we have made corrections in 3 areas in response to gameplay data and user feedback.
This is going to be huge. Let's see what we do here. Usually they do a good job with this, so let's see what they do here.
They were showing the through balls were beating the defense too easily, following the version 5.0.
Boom. Huge. They rarely make these, but when they do, they typically do well to nerf things out of the game. Look, there was no wingers, and look what they did for wing play, right? Every formation was pencil dick. Now look, so let's look and see in the game if this really changes, because this has been ridiculous. There's so many no-skill players that are spamming these balls and getting free chances that they don't earn. because the defense becomes like null and void. Let's see what happens here.
Update in August.
Yeah, okay.
While maintaining goal
Show us what's
scoring
changed.
balance and the game's overall sense of speed, we have made changes to defending so that through balls have a more realistic success rate. First, we reduce the difference in ability levels caused by players' top speed and acceleration.
Okay.
We observed many cases where a defender with low player stats in speed and acceleration was unable to follow an opponent's sudden running movements. This resulted in the defender failing to keep marking their target properly. To correct this issue, we raised the minimum ability levels for players with low speed and acceleration to offset the extreme difference in performance compared to better players. This makes it less likely that a defender will be left behind by an opponent, and it will be easier to defend when following an attacker. Secondly, we reduced how much acceleration declines as players lose stamina.
I don't think
In
that's the
second
worst
half
thing.
of matches,
I'll explain why in a minute.
acceleration
Being dramatic.
decreased greatly due to players losing stamina. This led to many cases where defenders could not keep up with second half subs with fresh legs. We have now made adjustments by changing how much acceleration decreases as stamina is lost, making it easier for defenders to respond at a certain speed. even
Yes.
when they are tired.
I hope this works.
Finally, we have made a
Not too
change
sure
so that
about
the
that one,
player
though.
stat defensive awareness now affects acceleration levels. Up until now, defensive awareness has not boosted acceleration levels when marking an opponent, so players with strong defensive abilities have not performed adequately. Following these latest adjustments, defenders with high defensive awareness will mark opponents tightly, even if their acceleration is a bit
So
low.
they're basically making it that you don't need high
Also in this
acceleration anymore on
update,
centre
we've added
forward,
some
centre
new
back.
goal celebrations.
That's what it
These
is,
are
man.
special goal celebrations that will only
No
be
speed boost
activated
anymore.
by scoring an
That's
incredible
gone. You will
goal.
not be able to boost past
Various
players
conditions
anymore. We'll have
must
to
be
test
met
it,
to
but that's
trigger
the
one of
reason,
these
like,
goal
me.
celebrations.
A lot of people complain about
Such
that.
as scoring with a long-range
I don't know.
shot or a first-time finish. Be sure to have a go at it. We'll also add more celebrations in the future to honor spectacular goals.
I
We
like
hope
that.
you're
That's cute.
excited for these additions. Next, we'd like to present the new
features.
feature.
This is going to be cool too, but I gotta say this. This is where Konami shows. Like, you see the magic that's in the game, and you see that they purposely add this BS to help these no-skill players. But then you see that they're doing it for greed because they show stuff like this where they have the ability to fix these things and make the game more realistic. Adding positional awareness to make up for low acceleration, that's huge because there are slower defenders that do an incredible job in real football. And we have to see how they incorporate this. But there's certain defenders out there that aren't speed demons like some of these wingers. However, they can shut them down all day because they're just smarter players, better defensive awareness, better positional awareness. And it will be interesting to see. But so far, this is brilliant. It shows Konami knows the game of football.
Features that will be added tomorrow. We have updated booster crafting so that 12 more types of boosters can now be crafted. On
Okay,
top
so
of
it's all
that,
the new ones, basically.
a random booster token will now choose randomly from 15 boosters
So it's all the
based
new
on the
boosters
player's
are now
registered
available
position.
to be trained.
We have also added a feature that analyzes
This
how
is
you
very
play
interesting,
in
lads. This
matches.
analysis feature.
Gameplay data can be viewed that presents average values from the 10 most
Let me know what you
recent
think it is.
PvP matches. This data is shown in graphs, comparing your performance with other users in divisions 1 to 4. It's also possible to go to match history and view the playing tendencies
We'll go
of
back
an
go
opponent
through all of this, lads. I
based
just
on
want to watch
average
this through.
values from their 10 most recent matches. By learning your own playing tendencies, this will help you improve your tactics and your skill. We've also added real-time advice, which according to the commands entered during a match, will trigger comments from a player or manager. This real-time feedback will be invaluable in improving your play.
You've got
Beyond
eyes
that,
everywhere.
on the half-time or full-time
This is a
screen,
good idea,
specific
definitely.
advice can be viewed together with conversations and videos. Meanwhile, we've expanded the AI-controlled option used in versus AI matches and reintroduced it as auto-control.
Auto control.
Instantly switch between player control and AI control whenever desired.
Oh no.
Leave the most difficult commands to the AI, and in the
Oh,
most important
no.
moments, take control and try to pull off the perfect play.
最後に 皆様から多くのご意見をお寄せいただいているオンライン対戦の通信品質を改善する取り組みについてご案内します。オンライン対戦に用いるサーバーは各地域の通信品質や試合数などのデータを踏まえ、
Just hold on,
提携
lads.
す
We
る
won't
グロー
comment
バル
just
企
yet.
業
We're
と
gonna
連
go back
携し
up. We're
設
just
置
gonna
拠
go
点
back.
の
It's
拡
only
充を
against
進め
AI.
てい
It's
ま
only
す。
against AI. For now.
今後新たにサーバーが設置される際には本番組や eFootball 公式 SNS などでお知らせします。
Uber Eats is bringing you savings on your favorite game day snacks. Like right now, score 40% off grocery orders at Aldi for 40% more chipping and dipping. When football makes you
次に家庭用ゲーム基盤モバイル版
29th of
双方で
October.
サー
In
バーアップ
fairness,
デ
I
ー
have
トを実施
noticed
しま
the
した。
connection better since then.
今回のアッ
Around
プデ
that
ートに
time,
より
November.
ボタン操作からゲーム反映までの入力遅延と通信不安定時の瞬間的な画面のカクつきが軽減されたことをデータで確認しています。
It's only AI,
ご
lads.
覧のグラ
That
フは
is.
家庭用ゲーム基盤における最大入力遅
That's a
延の
huge
中
one,
央
man.
値
The
を
AI,
示
the
してい
input
ま
delay.
す。なお通信が不安定で一定時間以上サーバーから
That's huge,
試合
man.
進行に
That's a huge
必要な情報を取得できない場合に発生する画面の停止と早送りについても今後の改善に向けて対処し、さらにオンライン対戦の
Auto
品質
control
改
is
善の
just
た
for
め
AI, from what I
近
read.
日中
We'll
に
go back and
ゲーム
look.
内フィードバックを実施予定です。
In-game surveys, well,
お
grand.
客様の体感と実際の通信品質データを照合し、より効果的な調整方法を検討することを目的としています。対戦終了後に通信品質に関するフィードバックの選択肢が表示される場合がありますので、
We'll go through everything.
ぜひ
Don't
多
worry.
くの皆様のご協力をお願いいたします。また我々制作スタッフも各国のオンライン対戦品質を確認するため現地調査を実施しています。私も先日ブラジルゲームショー参加に合わせてサンパウロを訪れ、いろいろな場所で実際にオンライン対戦を行い状況を確認しました。今後トルコやタイ、インドなどでも現地調査を予定
That's
してい
where
ま
the
す。
game is biggest, man. Brazil, Turkey,
より良い
Thailand,
対
and
戦
India.
環境
That's
の
where the
実現
game
に
is
向け
absolutely
制作
dominating.
チームは継続的に取り組んでまいります。今後とも皆様のご理解とフィードバックをお願いいたします。以上ビートボールコネクト
That's
で
it,
した
man. All right, let's go back through everything, lads. Let's go back, right?
All right. So overall, I give it a B. Right? I give it a B because I feel like Konami has so much ability that they don't tap into. I feel like they try to keep as much profit. Pretend you own a company, right? And I don't know, let's say you're cutting grass. You cut grass for a living, right? And you're using these mowers that are doing great, but then over time they get worn out. And Konami is a company that instead of going to get new mowers that will do the job better for their customers, right? They'll just make these tweaks to their old mower. So it's still an old mower. It's still not cutting it premium like the brand new mower would, but they do just enough tweaks to get by with that old mower using duct tape, right? Plastic, whatever it is. That's kind of like Konami. So the thing that they get is more money. You don't got, new mowers are expensive. Guess what? All these new additions are expensive. They take time. They take paying all these devs, right? Long hours, a lot of money. And they then look at the numbers and say, you know what? Just like the mowing analogy, we're going to keep our customers either way. Yeah, our quality isn't going to be as good, but look at the money we get to keep. As opposed to, man, our quality is suffering. We're going to eat some of the costs that we wouldn't have to if we kept just using the old stuff. But we're going to do that, right? We know we could do a better job. We know these yards could look better with better mowers. But we're going to keep the customers, so let's just keep the old stuff, sacrifice the quality. We'll make tweaks here and there to just keep them from leaving, and that's good enough. I hate that approach. Right? I hate that approach. If they would just make the game they're capable of, they would blow FC out of the water. They would blow UFL. Anybody coming in, eFootball would be and could be the very best game. But it all comes down to one thing, and that's greed. That's all it is. They could have the new mower. They could have the best game with all these new features, right? They know what they're doing that's holding this game back. They know what they're doing by adding all this AI nonsense and going after all these players that have no skill, and they don't care about sacrificing their legacy with the realism in the past. They don't care about not giving us the best game possible because they're looking at that sheet and seeing how they can get that green number to go bigger, right? They're a long ways away from red and could absolutely do to spend some money to give us the best game and still be in the green, but it's not enough. They need that green number to grow. And when they do that, us players, we have to suffer from it. So overall, some good stuff, but it's not a new mower. It's still just duct taping things on the old mower, changing a few things here and there on the old mower. So the quality's going to be improved. Hopefully, we have to still see in game, but still not what it could be as far as quality goes. You let me know in the comment section what you think of this presentation.